These documents have been kept secret for 70 years. They now prove Stalin was ready to send 1 million troops against Hitler, had France and Britain agreed.
Our offer was for 120 infantry divisions, 16 cavalry divisions, 5,000 heavy artillery pieces, more than 9,000 tanks and 5,000 aircraft. We asked if it was also possible to transit our troops through Poland in case of war, but they couldn't give us any guarantees.
The three parties' talks didn't bring any result. Neither France nor Britain liked the idea of Soviet troops moving into Europe. It was then that Stalin started negotiations with Germany and sealed the notorious Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact.
Our treaty with the Germans followed after all the efforts to get an anti-Hitler coalition had failed. Interesting that in his memoirs Churchill talks about his conversation with Stalin during his visit to Moscow in 1942. Stalin told him then, had the talks been successful, there would have never been a pact with Germany.
The Soviet attempt to reach an anti-Nazi alliance with France and Britain is no news, but the extent of Moscow's determination is.
It's a very interesting new detail that Stalin was prepared to commit so many troops to this joint effort. But then again, of course, if he was going to go to war with Hitler at all, or risk going to war, as everyone found out first in 1940 and then in 1941, there was no place for half measures.
The attempt was not the first one.
There were attempts to create a pact like this after Hitler came to power. The first serious proposal appeared in 1934-1935, but France and Great Britain hoped to force Hitler and Stalin against each other eventually.
The overwhelming majority of policymakers, of even many historians, don't realise that Poland made a non-aggression pact with Germany in 1934, and Poland participated in the carve-up of Czechoslovakia in 1938. This, of course, totally reverses every myth about Poland that the British have been telling themselves since the Second World War, and really gives you a completely different attitude to the whole diplomatic game of the 1930s.